is using the memory of derived class. So is this valid or invalid? Can anyone tell? It is not using superclass memory. It is using derived class memory is equal to new derived class memory. A base class type object is using derived class memory. Can anyone tell, is it valid or invalid? Why it is valid? Why it is valid? Why it is valid, anyone? Of course, you cannot say because of inheritance, you have to tell the correct point, right? Why it is possible that I can create a superclass object, but using the memory of derived class. What do you mean by upcast, Sonu? Yes, that's we are referring base class reference to derived class. We are referring base class reference to derived class. I am asking why it is valid. It is valid. That's correct. Good. The question is why it is valid. So why it is valid? Because the general superclass constructor will be called first. Yeah, that's good. That means first superclass constructor will be executed, then followed by derived class constructor. So as per the rules of object-oriented programming, superclass constructor is executed. First superclass constructor will be executed. Then the derived class constructor will be executed. So as per the rules of OOP language, first superclass constructor should execute, then derived class. And it is following the same technique. So it is valid. Okay. Suppose if I write let object, remember I am talking about other OOP languages. In other OOP languages, syntax will not be like this. Just concept is I am explaining. Right? So in other OOP languages, we give the class name, object name and all, right? I'm just showing you in a TypeScript way. Suppose we have a derived class, derived class object using the superclass memory. Is it valid? Is it valid to create? It is not valid in other programming languages. It is not valid in other programming languages. It is not valid in other programming languages. But it is valid in TypeScript. Can you tell me why? Understood my point? It is not valid in other programming languages, but it is valid in TypeScript. Can you tell why? So remember, suppose you are writing, I am talking about other languages. In other OOP languages, syntax will be different. That means generally what they do is, suppose superclass object is equal to new derived class. Similarly, derived class object is equal to new superclass. So in other OOP languages, this is valid, and this is invalid. In TypeScript, in TypeScript, LET. So here super object is a superclass type. OBJ is superclass type using the memory of derived class. This is valid. And LET object of derived class is equal to new superclass. This is also valid. Can you tell me why it is valid in TypeScript? In TypeScript, it is possible. And why it is not possible in other languages? So one of you have given an answer for that already. What is that answer? You have given answer for that. That in derived class, we have a call for superclass constructor. So Mr. Vamsi have given that. Right? In derived class, we have a call for superclass constructor. Generally, in other programming languages, superclass constructor will be called at the time of allocating memory. And important is, first it tries to allocate derived class memory, then followed by base class memory, in other programming languages. But in TypeScript, it is valid because so in TypeScript derived class have a constructor, have a call for superclass constructor. So TypeScript derived class have a call for superclass constructor. Due to this, both are possible. Actually, this is not possible